Alright, hey guys, what's going on? It's Intelligent Psycho here with another movie review, and this time, this is for the drag racing movie goes by the name of F1, and this is directed by Joseph Kosinski, same director who did the classic movie from 3 years ago called Top Gun Maverick. The sequel came out 36 years later for that, but this time he's back to reprise another star role for Brad Pitt, who plays his character called Sonny Hayes. And in the 1990s, he this racing and driving was pretty much the life in his career 30 years ago. But he had a absolute injury that was a tragic injury, a tragic accident that nearly could have cost his career 30 years ago. And so now he comes back into the sport of drag race, the sport of drag racing, and now he ends to try to make his redemption story to try to the prize, win the prize champion that ends up going into it and tries to end up winning the prize of being one of the best drag racers out in the world, to becoming the best in the world, and going alongside this team called F1, the Formula One company. And so he ends up teaming up with a hotshot rookie played as Joshua Pierce, played by Damson Idris. And so they are working together to end up competing to becoming one of the best teams, to become one of the best teams in the world, and becoming one of the best racers in the world at the end of the day. Um, the things that I like about F1 is I wanted to notice something real quick. The sound quality was so epic and grand scale and grandiose and grand scaling, because especially when you hear the sound engines of the racing cars throughout, because it gives you such moments of cinematic feel. It gives you such moments of feeling once you're out on the field, once you're out, actually makes you want to drag race at the end of the day, because of the way the sound quality is. It makes you be out there wanting to repair tires, wanting to, compete on the highest level to become that best in the world. And money doesn't move Sonny Hayes. It doesn't move, Joshua Pierce, like the media, and none of these things were at long time was anywhere near shape and form trying to become something that they wish to become at tenfold. So another thing that really was a big quality also was the character development. Really solid character development. Brad Pitt, pretty much, in my opinion, gave his best performance in this movie, probably since Inglourious Basterds, because of the range and the emotional depth around his role, being a long-time racer, being a long-time mentor, but at the same time causing a lot of tactics, causing a lot of, chaotic, cathartic damage, you know, with the model racing car that the F1 team end up remaking. It ends up getting the cause of division, because they said the way that the model's been run and been model of the race car been run through like computer and cryogenics, they end up making it seem as if that it was illegal, and the mainly the government, the company, tried to take the F1 car down. They try to take it down and remove itself, and also try to remove Sonny and try to remove Josh away from the competition at one point, as you saw. And it was an emotional depth moment, and really good development and really good chemistry between Joshua Pierce and Sonny Hayes, because you can tell the way that they were back and forth, you know, especially on the racetrack. And also, another thing of how I got involved and really involved with this movie was what I saw. They're actually going to make an appearance from another really good character in here, and he actually is a star racer. Was Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton was one of the main people that also is a star in this movie as well. It's one of the main few things why I got into wanting to really check this one out. So that also was really an excellent addition, and really good to add along to the competitive nature in it. Another thing that was a high quality for me is the storytelling. Very simple, very straightforward, very simple redemption arc, very simple storytelling, very simple subplots, and very simple premise. But it gets straight to the point, and it's very much on beat and very much connected, and it has a little bit of like flair and a bit of an essence that really makes you connect to the young roughneck hotshot rookie, and Joshua Pierce. But it also makes you connect to see what Sonny Hayes, because racing was just pretty much his model. It was pretty much his go-to, and it was his forte. He pretty much was so good at it, and to the point where he no longer never wanted to get out of it as a whole. But he knew the kind of damage, he knew what kind of effect and the collateral damage and the overall aftermath and the effect would once he get back into it, because he ends up getting a call from his friend Ruben, and he ends up getting a visit from his friend Ruben and asked him to join the F1 team. And he ends up going in and he ends up joining, so long after. And so once they end up deciding on whether they wanted to compete, on how they wanted to compete and how were they going to use their tactics, how were they going to use, and they also use a lot of code words, a lot of code language, some one word that I end up hearing a lot throughout the movie was combat. How they're gonna use that term to try to continue to stay on course, to continue to stay on pace in order to compete for this championship, this drag racing for the championship, for the cup, for the actual World Cup. And so that also, was a huge factor in the movie that really, really elevated for myself, and also elevated the quality of it. My main biggest pros then was, I love the sound quality, the overall emotional character depth, and the overall and another highlight to me was the storytelling and the subplot. I really do think that it has a lot going for itself, and it makes it more worthwhile. Um, Another thing was the outstanding camera work and the outstanding visuals from Joseph Kosinski, because you can tell this was made and this was big, blockbuster, big budgeted. This felt like it was trying to go for box office sales and box office success, and just from the grandiose and from that standpoint. And I shouldn't really be surprised so much from the sound quality, because Joseph Kosinski, from what he did with Top Gun Maverick and what he did from other previous films, he knows how to really make these big blockbuster scales, man, that really goes on a certain level, that really adds to the stakes and the scale, and it really adds to just the feeling of it. It makes you feel like you want to be out there, you know, on out there. It makes you feel like you want to be out there in the arena, out there on that drag racing arena. It actually makes you feel like you want to go and start your own career being a drag racer. That's what it felt like to me after I got done leaving it. And I still kept talking about that part. And shout out to Damson Idris, because this is actually his first big major like role, like on screen role, because people pretty much know him from Snowfall and his character appearance in the TV series called Swarm. Like people pretty much know him from those, and that lasted for 6 seasons. Snowfall I'm talking about, but the character that they also in the character appearance that he did in Swarm. So this is his first major film, first major role that he's in. But I guarantee you, the more roles that he gets down the line and down the road, I can probably figure he's gonna kind of get a call from people inside of Marvel Studios, maybe from Kevin Feige, that probably can get him a casting in a role for Black Panther to be the next T'Challa. I hope that does happen. If it does happen, I really wish him the best success if that does continue to happen, because if he continues to kill roles and kill performances like this, he definitely has a shot at doing it. So yeah, man, I really had a really good time with this one. The main negatives, the main cons, I would say is, and I really didn't notice it, but the runtime. And again, it's 2 hours and 35 minutes long. It's like 120-minute runtime. So if you can sit there and stomach the runtime for it, I can guarantee you it's gonna have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and you're gonna have a lot of enjoyment just to sit there and just view and showcase the overall feel and the atmosphere and the overall vibrant of it. So I would say the runtime is a bit of, I would say it ran on a little bit too long and little bit too coarse, and it feels too. And I do feel like the second half. Well, I love the second half of it. But I do enjoy the second act and the second half of it, and I do love the emotional range and depth, that we saw from Joshua, his mother, and also the chemistry between Joshua and his mother. That was really good. That was really nice, and I really like the love triangle, the love story between Kate, the actual F1 team director, and Sonny Hayes. I really do like that part about it. That makes it more worthwhile. So I would say those things really add the quality for it. But the runtime to me, if they can just shave off maybe like 20-25 minutes of it, it would have been a bit better. That would be the main con for it. But as far as overall, what a beautiful, as far as my overall thoughts and summary for it, what a beautiful blockbuster, just really good action sport movie, but felt like a spectacle with emotional range and depth to all of these characters that really has some sort of just a feeling and an outcome for it that really keeps you on the edge of your seat. The sound with the amazing sound quality, amazing chemistry from your main two leads and main supporting cast members. And really you can see the friendship, the relationships, and overall outcome really has a really good ending and a really good really good moments with an outstanding ending that leads into something coming for the future. So really good movie, F1. I would definitely recommend this to see it in your biggest IMAX screening, biggest theater possible, and see it on the best screening possible in IMAX. But if not, Dolby Cinema is probably the next one for it. And then my rating for it, I give this one an overall 4-star rating out of 4. And definitely recommend this to most people. It will be in my top films of 2025 so far this year, because the overall quality, the overall outcome, it had me smiling, it had me choked up, and it had me so much in a really good feel. So yeah, definitely check this one out and tell me what you guys think once you do see it on the biggest screen possible. And yeah, that is my overall review for F1. So the next movie I am going to see comes out on July the 11th, Superman. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Now I am looking forward to that one as well. That definitely will be something that I will keep my eyes on. Oh, hey, Halliburton is _gold, and Noah Mendoza, how's it going? But yeah, that is the next one I'm looking forward to seeing. It's definitely Superman. I love the trailers. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing and liking the visuals. I'm liking the overall setup and just the feeling of it. The cast is really looking strong as well, so I cannot wait to see that one. But for now, am I going to watch the new Jurassic World? No, I'm not. I'm not watching any more Jurassic movies at all. I'm done. I'm done with any Jurassic World movies. For now, I'm done with them. I'm not gonna watch anything for that at all. So no, I'm not gonna watch no new Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm done with anything Jurassic World related. After what I saw with Dominion and after what I saw with Fallen Kingdom, I'm done with Jurassic World movies for now. I think they really kind of need to stop making them, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, anyways, getting back to F1. Yeah, thank you for watching the review, and thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. It really boosts the channel. It really boosts the algorithm. I cannot wait to see other movies coming down the line, and I definitely will do a top films of 2025 so far. Just a top 5 to really get it going. So be on the lookout for that coming soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.